In this video, I'm going to show you the daily routine you need in order to make 50k a month with your agency. You see, the problem with agency owners is that they spend almost all of their time on activities that don't generate revenue. Okay, they focus on prioritizing the wrong tasks. And instead of prioritizing these activities that actually generate revenue, they end up doing dumb things. And worse yet, in an effort to scale, they end up just spinning their wheels by trying to do these dumb things faster. Okay, so activity-based work will kill your agency, i.e. when you're stuck in the mentality that the more I do and the quicker I do it, the better. But the most profitable and the best entrepreneurs in the world know to avoid this mindless type of activity. They basically have become experts at sniffing out and putting it to one side and not focusing on it, because thinking like a performer is the only way to actually scale a business effectively. So that's all well and good, all right? But what should you actually be focusing on right here, right now as an agency owner? What tasks actually generate revenue? And how do you know when you're actually focusing on the right tasks or what you're focusing on is the wrong task? Okay. Well, before we go into the task hierarchy here, focusing on revenue generating tasks doesn't involve cold showers. All right. It doesn't involve creating content or desperately trying to automate and systemize. It doesn't involve trying to increase your profit margins or having a morning routine or keeping your, consistency streaks going with your, whatever it is, sleep schedule. Okay. Here's actually what your daily hierarchy of tasks should look like as an agency owner. All right. We're going to use this pyramid here to kind of demarcate what you should and shouldn't be focusing on. All right. So very much at the top here is outreach. Okay. And specifically client acquisition. Now, without clients, you don't have cash flow. And without cash flow, you don't have a business. Okay, so if you are spending the majority of your day on tasks that don't revolve around finding new clients and reaching out to them, then you're not going to be in business for much longer. All right, now this feeds quite nicely into the second hierarchy of tasks here, the second kind of tier, and that comes to follow up. Now, most of the guys that join our program, the link's below if you want to look at that. Most of the guys that join say they do follow-up, but then when we actually one-on-one look at the follow-up they're doing, they are way off in terms of the consistency and the volume and the type of follow-up that they should be doing. All right, so it used to take anywhere between 7 to 9 touch points with a random prospect to take them from ambiguity to the close. And now what we're seeing in this, attention economy that we all exist in today, it's more like simply 9 touch points just to get them on a call, okay, just to put the prospect on a call. So if you think you're following up, think again. You need to go omni-channel and go for consistently higher volume that you're already doing, all right? Now, number 3 is where things get interesting. And what number 3 focuses on is sales, okay? So outreach, you can't sell to prospects unless you've done your outreach. You can't book calls unless you've done your follow-up, and you can't get new clients without selling. All right. So whether you like it or not, your job as an agency owner is to sell. If you can't sell, learn how to. All right. If you don't like sales, get over it. You are a salesperson. Your job is to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So avoiding selling or having a notion that selling is wrong is the quickest way to agency despair and basically having to get a full-time job. All right. Now, what plays into sales consists of the next tier here. Okay, and that's closing. All right. So when it comes to closing, this is really a follow-up to sales. All right. If you can't push a prospect to making a decision, you need to get better at closing. If you can't influence a cold prospect, take them from random person, random business owner or brand owner who doesn't know who you are, to actually getting them to sign the dotted line and give you their hard-earned cash, then you need to get better at closing. Okay, so if hearing a no makes you uncomfortable, you've got to put your ego aside. You've got to learn how to do that very quickly. And also what you've got to do is learn how to actually ask for the close 50 times before you give up. All right, so chances are, I guess you can ask yourself this, how many times or how easy and quick and easy is it for you to just give up when the client says no? No, we don't like the pricing, or it's too expensive, don't have the budget, let's speak next quarter, let's speak in 6 months, you don't have enough testimonials or case studies, have you worked with a client in our niche before? Oh, no, you haven't. Okay, it's a no. How many times have you followed up with that prospect? 50, 60, 70 times, omni-channel, by WhatsApp, SMS, cold calls, voicemail drops, email, LinkedIn messages, tweets, Facebook messages, Loom videos, you name it. How many of those follow-ups have you actually put into place? Okay, and if you aren't utilizing all of those channels, then you need to do so quickly. All right. Now, number 5, this is where most people get it wrong. Number 5 consists of service delivery. All right. Now, what most agency owners believe, and it's kind of a mistruth here, is that service delivery really should be at the top when it comes to the hierarchy of tasks that you're focusing on. But the problem is, when it comes to service delivery, and I just made another video on the channel about this, I think it's titled Bad Email Marketers Make More Money Than Good Email Marketers. This rings true across all service delivery vehicles, okay? So oftentimes the worst email marketers in our niche make the most money. And that's because focusing on learning and trying to become the best at email marketing or whatever service you deliver will only reveal to you very quickly how much you don't know. All right. And as a side note, this is simply just the curse of being an entrepreneur. The deeper you get into your entrepreneurial journey, the less you realize the less you actually understand. But don't let that get in the way of you doing great work and, frankly, you making a load of money. All right, so service delivery is down here. This is number 5 on the hierarchy of tasks that you should be focusing on every single day. Now, number 6 focuses on LTV. Okay, so lifetime value of your clients. Now, once you've got a client, you should be focused on making as much money from that client as possible in a completely ethical, transparent way. Okay, so again, the focus here is always on revenue generation. Cross-sell, upsell, downsell, do whatever you need to keep the client happy and keep them paying. All right, happy clients will pay you more. All right, and this I guess tier or run on the ladder here rolls quite nicely into the 7th tier of tasks you should be focusing on, and that's retention. Okay, so happy clients equals a higher lifetime value, which equals more money in your pocket. So keep your clients happy. Instead of trying to grow your YouTube channel or automate your the Twitter threads that you're posting, or creating a new logo or rebranding, or launching an email list, whatever it might be, focus first on doing more for your clients and learning from your clients directly how else you can actually add value, and then monetize it. All right. So let me ask you, how often are you checking in with your clients and saying, look, things are going really well, we're getting you great results, and I just want to look at the scope with you on a quick call. And then on that call, you go through a process of asking them open-ended questions to actually find out whether they've got any other pain points. And then how often from there have you actually packaged up something additional to sell them that will give you more money in your pocket? How often are you doing that? All right. So instead of trying to automate, instead of trying to systemize or scale, focus on making and keeping your current clients happy. All right, now the final point here is a bit of a bonus one. What we're going to write here is automating or automation. Automation. It's kind of automation and scaling. All right. Now, newbies in the agency space are intoxicated and infatuated with this desire to scale, but without doing the hard graft, the hard manual input in the trenches first, automating and scaling will only lead to fixating on tasks that don't make you any money. All right, so it's no good spending 6 to 9 months setting up deeply complex Zapier flows or automations with Make, whilst you could have spent that time growing from 5K to 10K a month, or 10K to 50K a month, wherever you're at right now in your journey. If only you had focused on sales. All right. So when it comes to the tasks you need to focus on daily, this is it. All right. And this is based on my 5.5, almost 6 years of running my agency. Okay. And most of that time up until the last year has been done in the shadows without making any content, without, instantly selling an online course or anything like that. This has come from practical, experiential kind of, experience, if that makes sense. All right. So there you have it. All right. If you're currently not making the money you want to be making, go back to the basics. Focus on the hierarchy of tasks in this video. Okay. Focus on the pyramid. And what you will probably find is that you'll scale quicker and much quicker and more profitably than you would have ever imagined. All right. So if you like this video, click the subscribe button above. I've got a lot more videos like this on the way with some more super strategic insights from the almost 6 years of actually running my agency. And click the link in the description box too if you want to learn more about my agency and what we do and our 100% done for you built system and how we might be able to help you. Feel free to click the link below. There's absolutely no pressure to do so, but the information's there if you need it. And until next time, I will catch you soon. All right, cheers.